Brandon Ingram is a first-time All-Star this year, but that doesn't mean everything is sweet under the sun. Brandon Ingram might leave for a different team coming free agency. I know he's a restricted free agent, but I don't know if the Pelicans are going to match his offer. Now, B.I., my second favorite player in the league, plays for the Pelicans. Everybody was surprised, not me, that he was an All-Star this year. But just because you're an All-Star doesn't mean you're not expendable to the organization. Now, in hindsight, if you're an All-Star, you're getting taken care of by your organization, especially the Pelicans, Anthony Davis just left them in free agency. So they was clinging to a source of life. But they got the #1 pick in Zion Williamson. And Zion didn't play for the first 40 games of the season. So it was up to B.I. to level the playing field against other teams, to rock the boat, which he did. B.I. without Zion Williamson averaged 25 points a game, 6.7 rebounds a game, and 4.5 assists. So he's passing the ball with almost 5 assists. He's scoring at a high clip, 25 points per game, and he's rebounding with almost 7, with shooting 47% from the field, 39% from 3, and 86 from free throw line. So he was clearly the best player on the team. It's not close. You can say Drew Holiday, you can say Lonzo from Spurs helped the team, but it was B.I. He was the person, when the game was out of reach, he came back. When we needed a closer, he had everything because he was a 3-level scorer. He can get a shot from anywhere on the court, inside, outside, from the mid-range, floater, everything. He can run the pick and roll. He can run point guard. He can pass the ball. He did everything for the Pelicans from an offensive standpoint. This is a key part. Alvin Gentry runs a system where it's anybody can have the ball type of offense. Like anybody can take these type of shots offense. And Brandon Ingram, he took care of that. Like he made, every time he got the ball, he was trying to score. It wasn't a set play they were running all the time. It was B.I. pick and roll. If that's not open, pass to Drew Holiday, the second option at that time. Then Zion came in and fucked everything up. I like Zion, but he did fuck up my boy B.I. in a couple ways. So imagine, as an organization, your #1 pick from 2012 left you, Anthony Davis, so you have nobody. You get the first pick in the draft, Zion Williamson, who's the most popular prospect since LeBron James. As an organization, to sell tickets, you're going to give him the ball, period. So when Zion first came back, they force-fed him the ball every mother possession, basically. Every possession, in the post, in the pick and roll, alley-oops, dumping off to him, letting him get the rebound, take it coast to coast. Zion literally got the ball all the time. And from a business standpoint, it makes sense. You want to get a lot of people in these seats because nobody ever be at Pelican games. You want Zion to see highlights as you can, especially from the fact that he was out for the first 40 games and Summer League. He's a young guy too. He's part of the young core for the Pelicans as well. So besides that, you had Derek Favors at center, Zion Williamson at power forward, and then B.I. at the wing position. This has made the game way harder for Brandon Ingram because he cannot have the spacing as he usually had with a Nicole Melli at the 4 position when he was running the 4 position, and Josh Hart was at the 3. A great spacing they had. They didn't really run Zion at center. With the touches not coming to Brandon Ingram, the spacing messed up for a shooter and a slasher. It made things very difficult with Zion. Brandon Ingram, in 22 games of playing with Zion Williamson, averaged 21 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. Now, these stats are still good. These are not close to the all-star level stats that he was originally playing with. 25 to 21, 7 to 5, and 4.5 assists to 3.8 assists. And as you can see, his efficiency went way down. He's shooting 44% with Zion. That's 3% below, and shooting 37.5% with Zion because the spacing is messed up. His shots are going to be way harder than they originally was. And he's not really taking that many shots, so he's getting cold feet. He's not really used to being that second option abruptly like that because it was really Brandon Ingram at the top, and then Zion just really overtook him in one game. Especially after that Spurs game, he really overtook him. A lot of people forgot about Brandon Ingram like he wasn't a fucking all-star at 22 years old. And they diss my boy. Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, I think they can play together, but the only way is if they have a shooting 5 a center that can shoot. For example, Miles Turner, who's supposed to be on the market. Put Zion Williamson at the 5 and then run Brandon Ingram at the 3 and have a shooting 4. But you need 4 shooters in that lineup when you have Zion Williamson. Everything is just opened up. When you have 2 slashers that clog the paint, you can't really run a pick and roll with Zion because Zion is not going to flare out to a 3-point line. So this made it way harder for BI. So I think, in my opinion, he should maybe find somewhere else to go. And that team is the Heat. Heat have a great culture. They have very great structure. They know their roles. And Brandon Ingram probably take over as that probably primary scorer. Jimmy Butler will probably still be the leader on the team, but Brandon Ingram will be the leading scorer on that team. You feel me? And that structure, Brandon Ingram as a young player, as many young players need. They need structure. They had it for the rest of their lives. In high school, they were the best player. College, they were the best player. NBA, they just throw you at the wolves. You need structure. You need a good coach in Eric Spoelstra. You need good role players, guys to get along with. And he's living in a great city as Miami. I don't think Jimmy, Goran Dragic, Bam Adebayo is going to take away any shots because those guys just want to win. And that's what B.I. want to do. He just want to win. Jimmy and B.I. have great work ethic. So I think they're going to bond over that. Yes, the Pelicans are going to be a way worse team if they just give away an all-star. And then Zion might be injury prone. You never know. And Lonzo, you never know with Lonzo either. And Drew might leave in the first place. So Zion could really be by himself after all this. But this is a B.I. video. This is not a Zion video. This is a B.I. video. B.I., unless Alvin Gentry does something, because with this free-flowing offense they have and anybody can take as many shots as they want and there's no structure, Zion is going to be at the top of the totem pole for the rest of his career as long as B.I. is there. I don't care if B.I. averaged 38 a game. Zion, the #1 pick, who they drafted, is gonna be that guy, whether they like it or not. Same thing what happened with Luka and Dennis Smith Jr. Dennis Smith, of course, was drafted there. Then Luka just came over, and then everybody just loved Luka because he reminds you of Dirk in some ways, European, white guy. And Dennis Smith was talented, but as soon as Luka took off, Dennis Smith got traded. Now what is Dennis Smith doing? I don't know. So it's not going to be that same situation because Brandon Ingram is way better than Dennis Smith. But I think this is a real problem for the Pelicans. And the Heat is a great organization because I think Brandon Ingram lacks is his defensive intensity. You know, other wings around him have great defense because the coaches and their structure. Jayson Tatum, Jaylen Brown. If you get Brandon Ingram some defensive stances and some defensive tips with Jimmy Butler there and Bam Adebayo, he's definitely going to be a great defender. If no ifs, ands, or buts, period. Then we're coming with a offensive standpoint, he's definitely going to make more All-Star games. I want to go to the East and make more All-Star games on Brandon Ingram. Easily make a legacy with the Heat. And they have a cool young nucleus there. Chris Dunn, Bam, and Ingram. That's a good young core. Duncan Robinson. That'll be it for this video, bro. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment anything you want to see. I'm out. Peace. Ba-da-boo-boo.